I carefully told him everything that happened. Soon after, my parents took me to school to confirm the situation. But the teacher only kept complaining about me. She said I never listened in class. Reading and writing were torture for me. Every subject got a 0. I could even calculate 3 times 9 as 3. Every day, besides going to the bathroom, I constantly asked for water and disrupted the entire class. After hearing all that, my parents lowered their heads in embarrassment. But the principal's next words hurt even more. He revealed that I had already repeated a grade once, yet nothing had changed. I kept repeating the same problems every single day. He even questioned whether my IQ was normal and suggested sending me to a school for mentally disabled children. My parents' expressions became incredibly complicated. On the way home, Dad thought the school was just trying to avoid responsibility, while Mom blamed herself deeply. She had already given up her career to focus entirely on me, yet things still turned out this way. That night, Dad contacted a strict boarding school and decided to send me there the very next day. I angrily slammed my fists against the table. Mom didn't want me to leave either. She said I had never been so far away from home before and wanted to wait another year. But Dad insisted that I needed to grow up and that the new school was extremely strict. According to him, if students refused to obey, they would be beaten until they did. Hearing that, I cried and begged him not to send me away, but he had already made up his mind. When I arrived at the new school the next day, the principal immediately tried to intimidate me. He claimed that even the wildest horses could be tamed there. My constantly shifting eyes and nervous expression showed nothing but fear. Watching my family get into the car to leave, I stood there awkwardly and helplessly. Then the harsh sound of the engine started, and I finally realized they were really leaving me behind. I couldn't stop my tears anymore. After arriving at the dormitory, everyone else changed clothes while I sat alone on the bed in silence. Once the lights went out, overwhelming sadness instantly crashed over me. I ran into the bathroom, held my head, and completely broke down crying. But what else could I do? I wiped away my tears, washed my face, then forced myself back into bed and pretended to sleep. Back at home, Mom was just as heartbroken. Looking through the flipbook drawings I had made, she cried uncontrollably. In the drawings, I was slowly drifting farther and farther away from my family. But for the sake of my future, she felt she had no choice. The next day, everyone thought the new school environment would finally change me. But instead, the massive academic pressure completely shut me down. In language class, right after assigning seats, the teacher aggressively demanded that I explain the meaning of the text just because my answer wasn't identical to the textbook. The teacher and classmates laughed at me together. In art class, I only glanced out the window once, and the teacher violently smacked my palm. During PE, I couldn't keep up with the others, so I was dragged aside and punished again. I thought maybe the English teacher would be gentler, but what waited for me was the same aggressive scolding. Because of my severe dyslexia, the letters on the blackboard kept moving and dancing in my eyes. I became more and more overwhelmed. I couldn't understand why everyone treated me this way. In anger, I dumped all my books into the trash can and threw my backpack across the room. Maybe my imagination was just too powerful.